Hello friends, welcome back to another studio vlog. In case this is your first time here, my name's Heather and I'm the owner of a small bookish business called Charming Chapters, and we are located in North Dakota. This week we are going to be prepping for a big sale that is going to be starting next Friday. If you've been following along with the studio vlogs lately, you'll know that we are slowly switching over from a physical product shop over to a digital shop, and so we're going to be hosting a big sale to find new homes for all of our physical products. Now you're like, Heather, are you going out of business? What's going on? No, in case you didn't watch the vlog a few weeks ago, I'm not going out of business. I'm just shifting gears. I absolutely love the designing aspect of running a small business, and I know a lot of people struggle with creating designs, so I want to make designs for other crafters and bookish small businesses to use to create products of their own. Now with the studio vlogs, obviously I won't be doing the weekly packing videos and different things like that, but moving forward with the studio vlogs, we're going to be doing different projects, like how you can take certain graphics and turn them into, say, 10 different products, or how to make a tumbler, how to make a book sleeve, just different things like that. So there's still going to be weekly videos, so don't worry if you're one of our regulars, but we're just going to be switching gears. So like I said, this week we're going to be prepping for the sale that's going to start next Friday and just find new homes for all of our physical products. So that's going to be the plan. And actually, we're only going to be filming one day this week. It's already Thursday. Earlier this week, I was just working on sewing book sleeves. It's been a slow yet busy week in the shop. Slow order-wise, but busy because I was finishing up some book sleeves for Monica over at Peanut Butter Taco. If you guys have been following along with the last few vlogs, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, go back and watch those. But anyways, it was a busy sewing week, so not a whole lot to film, and the last few studio vlogs have been all about sewing. So this week I wanted to mix it up. So it's actually Thursday, but we're going to have a busy Thursday, which is going to be nice. We're going to work on doing some inventory today. We need to go through and make sure everything on Etsy and the website is good to go for inventory, make sure the numbers match. That way we don't oversell or undersell different things, because I know you guys don't want to miss out on some of your favorite reading accessories. So we're going to start with inventory. Before the sale, we also need to restock a few things. I did order more of our dragon acrylic bookmarks. We worked on those last week and you guys sold out on those already. So we're going to restock some of those. We are also going to be putting some ornaments onto backing cards. We have had them in stock. I just haven't had time to put them onto backing cards since the holiday season. So we're going to work on getting those ready to go. That way when we do get orders for those, they are just ready to grab and can work on packing those. We're also going to be making up some magnetic bookmarks, just a few of like the popular ones that I know you guys liked, just in case you want to grab those before we don't do the physical products anymore. When I say we're not going to do physical products, there'll probably be a few things in the shop from when I do the tutorial videos. So like when I do a tutorial on how to make magnetic bookmarks, obviously we'll have some physical products, so those will probably go into the shop. Or I thought about maybe doing some giveaways with those kind of things too. So we'll see. We're going to play that by ear. Just depends how many physical things we end up with. But long-term goal for the shop, we're not going to be making any new designs for physical products. The new designs will all be digital, like I said. So if you're a crafter or a small business owner, you can download those and then use them to create your own fun reading accessories. So that is the plan moving forward with the business. But like I said, we're going to start with inventory. We are going to go through and count all of our stickers, all of our bookmarks. We're going to double check the fabric for the book sleeves. That's usually pretty accurate. So if we don't get to that, I'm not too worried. Like I said, it's normally the stickers, the bookmarks, the little things like that where I grab them for mystery grab bags or when I use them as giveaway items. Sometimes the inventory gets off a little bit. So we're going to go through, make sure all that stuff is good to go. I think we're going to start with our bookmarks, get those done, and then move on to the stickers. So but before we do that, I feel like there's a few bookish things we need to catch up on. I did finish reading Variations by Rebecca Yarros. I absolutely love that book. We were listening to that audiobook last week, and I did give that a 5-star review. I'll be posting that on my personal Bookstagram account. If you want to follow that, that is Charming Chapters blog over on Instagram, so I'll be sharing that. And then we also have a Facebook group too. It's Charming Chapters Book Besties. I've been starting to share more things in there with reviews and different things like that too. So if you are a book lover and want to join me either on Facebook or Instagram, you can find me there. There's also links down below for those. And other bookish news, I did receive some fun bookish mail, so I wanted to show you guys. I think I mentioned these about 2-3 weeks ago. It's been a long time coming. I had watched the Off-Campus series on Amazon, in case you're not familiar with that. It is a hockey romance series based on books, actually. So I did end up finding the book series. I wanted particular covers, so I had gotten the matching covers where they look like the little jerseys. So I did finally find these, and they came from Alaska, so they took quite a while to get here. But the best part about them, every single one of them, I can find it here, is signed. So every single one, she signed them in hot pink marker, which I'm really excited about. So not only were they the special editions that I was looking for, but they're also signed. And I didn't have to pay an arm and a leg for them, which is really exciting too. So we'll be adding those to the bookshelf here shortly. I also did order some books yesterday from Book Outlet. If you're not familiar with them, they are a website and they do different overstock books. So like if a publisher prints too many copies and they don't sell right away, they'll go over to Book Outlet, and they are currently running their $5.99 sale. That's right, $5.99. So I ordered 6-7 books, so we're gonna have to make room for them on the shelves here too. But if you guys want to check that out, I'm not sure how long their sale's running. It's usually for at least a week, I want to say, so it should still be going on by the time this video goes live. But if you want to check that out, I'm gonna leave a link down below for that too, because you can get an extra $5 if you use my link for that. So definitely check it out. They have special edition books like with the sprayed edges, painted edges, you know, a lot of new popular books, which is really cool. They've got all kinds of different genres, different, you know, categories and stuff too. So definitely check that out. The one I am most excited for that I ordered, I'll put up a little picture here for you guys. They have a Twilight special edition one for the 20th anniversary, and it has a little quote down the edges, and I'm so excited. When I was in high school, I was absolutely obsessed with the Twilight books, so it was really cool to find that one, and I'm gonna be adding that to the collection for only $5.99. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna have some more books. We'll have to rearrange the bookshelf here too, which is okay, because after making some room down below for physical products, we're gonna have a little bit more room for some books. I think that's all the fun bookish stuff I have to mention, now that I've been rambling for about 8 minutes with everything that's been going on lately. So now we're gonna work on the inventory, get all that done, and then we'll move on to some more projects. So let's get started. All right, that's all the inventory that we're going to do for now. We'll continue doing more of that next week. Next, we are going to work on some magnetic bookmarks, like I mentioned earlier. I just want to restock a few things that I know you guys have liked in the past, just in case you do want to snag it before we don't carry it anymore. Now, that doesn't mean you won't be able to find the designs elsewhere. I am going to try and reach out to some of the small businesses that do use our designs frequently. That way, if you guys are looking for something in particular, like a book sleeve, a bookmark, magnetic bookmark, whatever it may be, that way I can still point you in the direction of somebody that is physically making those products for you guys still. So let's get started on those magnetic bookmarks, and then we'll get those added to inventory too. Oh, I forgot to mention, I don't know if you guys noticed, I found pink sparkly glasses. I found these on Zenny. I was actually looking for just an inexpensive pair of sunglasses for when we're outside, like doing yard work and stuff. I wanted them prescription, but I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money knowing that they're probably going to get scratched up like when we're weed whacking and stuff like that. So I did find this pair in a dark gray for sunglasses, but I loved the pink, so I just had to get those two. Today is probably not the best outfit to debut them because it does wash me out just a little bit, but I absolutely love how sparkly they are. The sunglasses are super cute too. I don't have those with me right now, but I'll show you guys those another time. But anyways, let's get these magnetic bookmarks done. You guys can hear the birds, but they are chirping so loud right now. I love it. I love this time of year, hearing all the animals. Yesterday they were doing some stuff down by the cows, and the cows were bellowing like crazy. I actually recorded a little bit of it for you guys, so here's them making noise yesterday. But yeah, they were doing something with the four-wheeler, and they get so excited when they hear the four-wheeler because it's what they use when they drive the cows down to a bigger pasture in the springtime, and then they use it when they bring them back home in the fall too. So I don't know if they're going to move cows today. They had originally talked about it today, but usually they do it first thing in the morning. So if they do move cows, I'll bring you guys along with for that. But they also talked about maybe doing it this weekend too, and we won't be around for that. But anyways, all of the animals are really happy right now. But we just finished cutting all of our magnetic bookmarks, so we've got them all in individual pieces right now. So next we are going to fold them in half, but before we do that, I like to score them. So I have this, it's like meant for scoring cards and different things like that. So it comes with this little, I can get it off of here. this little tool, so then you just line them up on here and then score them. It just makes the crease on the bookmarks a lot nicer, and it doesn't leave like little crinkle marks and stuff like that. So we're going to score the bookmarks, fold them in half, and then add the magnets to the back of them. I have quite a few backing cards cut up, but I don't know if we have enough for all of the magnetic bookmarks that we're going to make today. I had a plan to make holographic bookmarks and just semi-glossy plain bookmarks. However, my Cameo did not want to cooperate today, go figure. It did not want to cut on the holographic ones. It was cutting like way off of the lines where it should have been, and I tried like 6 different bookmarks and none of them were turning out no matter how I adjusted the settings. I tried cleaning out the Cameo, but anyways, we're not making holographic bookmarks today. Maybe we'll try that again next week when we have a little bit more time, but as of right now, we have a whole bunch of traditional bookmarks. So we're gonna get as many of those made up as we can. Like I said, we might run out of backing cards. If we do, we'll have to work on cutting some more of those, but we'll just see how far we can get today. I'm a little flushed. It's getting kind of warm outside and it's not quite warm enough to put the air conditioning on, so there's a little bit of a breeze, but I'm just getting a little warm apparently. But we did get all the magnets added to the backs of the bookmarks. However, we did run out of backing cards. Grab one here. So this is what they look like after I have cut them down. They're just little squares. I know that's backwards for you guys, sorry. But fun fact, for backing cards, I actually order postcards. It's a really nice quality because my printer does not like thick materials. So with this, I just order an oversized postcard for the backing cards, and then we just cut them down into 6 individual ones. So we're gonna have to cut some of those down, and then once we get that done, then we'll put everything in the little plastic cellos. I realized, oh, there's a truck driving by, hang on. It's farming season. Everybody is out and about right now. We live pretty close to a highway, so you normally can hear a lot of the equipment going by and stuff, but anyways, I realized that the plastic cellos that the backing cards and the magnets that slip inside them, I don't have the correct size. So we're just going to use what we have. They're just going to be a little bit big, but it'll still look okay. It just won't be like the nice perfect fit that you get on some of the products. But we'll cut down these backing cards and then get everything put in a nice cello, and then we can move on to adding them to inventory. Then we'll see what other projects we can get done on the to-do list.
No one
right, we're all done with the bookmarks. They are up on the website and Etsy, so those are available anytime in case you're interested in those. Believe it or not, it is almost quitting time. I have just a few minutes left, so I'm just going to work on some admin stuff the rest of the day. And like I said, we're just filming one day this week. We did get a lot done, so I'm pretty impressed with how much we did finish. Like I said, it was a slower week order-wise, so I didn't have a whole lot to film for you guys, so I hope you're okay with a little bit shorter video. But next week, I think is going to be a busy one. We do need to finish up a few more things to get ready for the sale. We need to get an email newsletter together, all kinds of stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a busy week project-wise, even if it isn't busy with orders right away. So hope you guys join me again next week. Like I said, we're going to be working on all kinds of projects, getting ready for our big sale. That's going to go live next Friday, June 12th, first thing in the morning. So everything will be on sale. They're going to be pretty big discounts too. So I hope you guys are ready for it. I don't have specific discounts planned quite yet, but they're going to be fairly big discounts just because I do want to find new homes for all this stuff. I don't want it just sitting here, especially since we're switching over to digital. So it's a good time to stock up for early Christmas gifts with the Halloween fall stuff. Good time to stock up for Summerween and get ready for the holiday season. Like I said, everything is going to be on sale. It's going to be the last chance to grab different things. So if there's something you've had your eye on, next week's going to be your chance to grab it. But anyways, I'm going to do some admin stuff. Then I'm going to take the girls outside. We're going to be working in the garden tonight. I'll give you guys a little peek at the end here of kind of what we've been working on in the garden. Don't mind the weeds. Our weeds have gotten out of control with the hot weather that we had last week, so we do need to do a little weed whacking and stuff like that. But overall, everything's looking pretty good. I'm not sure if I mentioned that we repurposed some old sliding doors that were in the house here. We cut them down and turned them into some raised beds. They're only going to last us. You hear the girls running around out there? Anyways, the raised beds are only going to last a couple years. It's like really thin plywood almost, so that's okay. I'm all right with just getting a couple years out of it, see if I like the wooden raised beds versus our metal ones that we have. But you're going to see the raised beds, and don't mind the paint touch-ups that I need to do. We had planned to put more dirt in than what I had painted for, but they got really heavy, surprisingly, so I didn't want to put too much in there and then have the bottom fall out or anything. So don't mind the areas I need to paint. That's going to be a work in progress one evening. But like I said, I'll give you a little peek here too of the gardening that we've been working on. But I hope you guys join me again next week. We're going to be working on all kinds of fun projects, getting ready for that big sale. So we'll catch you guys again then. Bye for now.